Hey there! So today I have a fan theory. It's my own theory. I have a fan theory about Star Wars. I have a theory that Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, the guy who turns into Darth Vader, who is like evil and bad, and his story of redemption throughout the Star Wars trilogy, the first three movies, or the original three movies, is a great story. It's a great talk and time and beautiful thing and amazing and all of that stuff, and heck, it's a lot of fun to watch. Anyway, Anakin Skywalker in the prequels, in episodes 1, 2, and 3, most specifically the Clone Wars episode. I'm listening to that Star Wars Minute podcast right now, and they're talking a lot about the Clone Wars, and they're going through this and talking about Padme and how she has just not seemed to be really into Anakin, and then all of a sudden she, they kiss, and it's, number one, her acting, the acting was very wooden, but I think there's a reason for it. There's an actual in-universe reason for the acting to be really bad from Natalie Portman's part, Queen Amidala, or not Queen now, Padme. I think that Anakin was unconsciously using the dark side of the Force to influence her feelings towards him. That he was, from the moment he met her as a little boy in Phantom Menace, he's been thinking about her, dreaming about her, thinking that she was an angel, all of that stuff. And then he gets to where he's older, and he tells Obi-Wan early in the movie, I can't stop thinking about her. I just want to, it's like I haven't seen her in 10 years, and it's, oh my gosh, I'm so fixated on this person. I think the fixation part of that is what led Anakin to very unconsciously send out the dark side of the Force to influence Padme's reactions and feelings towards him. Because, as you saw in New Hope, the Force can influence the minds of people, and it made the stormtroopers walk away. Well, I think in Padme's case, she was pretty strong-willed, and so it was over time, over those 10 years, and over the time that Anakin was away from her, he was sending the dark side of the Force towards her, influencing her thoughts, specifically when he was probably asleep and dreaming about her, and also whenever he was around her. He's so fixated on her and thinking about her that that's all he can do. And I think subconsciously he was using the dark side to influence her thoughts, influence her feelings, and make her fall in love with him, because he wanted it so bad. He wanted to be with her. He wanted her to be with him. He was so wanting that, and wanting those relationships, wanting a relationship. He was so isolated and alone, and he was 8 when they first met, so he's a little kid, and he's had 8 years of life. He was a slave. He was he grew up in a not so great situation, and yet here he is going around solving people's problems, and the Jedi are just like, don't worry about it. And he's thinking, all these people whose problems I solve have it better than I did when I was a slave, and the Jedi didn't come to help me. They didn't help us. That wasn't good, but he keeps getting told to forget it, not worry about it. So he's so fixated on Padme that he's already fallen to the dark side at this point. By the time they go to Naboo and sit and talk and do all of their stuff, her woodenness, her blank, the lack of chemistry there is because there was a lack of chemistry. It's because they weren't really meant to be together. But Anakin was using the dark side of the Force to make her fall in love with him. And that, my friends, is my crazy fan theory about Star Wars. That's all I got today. Have a good one. We'll see you later.